Hello, this is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. Today I'm going to make this video about this car. This is 95 S600 Japanese import. Beautiful car, and I have to say this is in the club of one of the best cars that you see, because I've seen lots of 140s and this one right here is definitely in this category. Well, first of all, this car has only 30,000 miles. It's original and beautiful condition. Everything on this vehicle is on point. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go over real quick and just show you a few things. Before I go over it, I want to say that I just rinsed it. As you can see, all water around it. I just rinsed it up with a little sponge, hand wash, and just dried it up. I didn't go for rims and tires, but it has it has like ton of wax on it. It's like waxed out, the water beads off. So whoever had it, they definitely took care of it. And yeah, they would wax it, detail it, and everything, because this is just like just a quick wash. It's just rinse basically, and it came out to this particular state. Now we're going to go and look in the engine bay. Now the water is still dripping from the wash, but here's our mighty V12 and 120. Obviously this is the legendary engine, and what I see here is that I see untouched engine, which is good, because I like to see it like this. I like to see the little dust, I like to see nothing is being touched. This is great, but there are a few things that I do want to know, make sure that they're on point. And obviously wiring harnesses, throttle bodies, and all that good stuff. So we have all these Japanese stickers. I don't speak Japan, but I don't know what's going on, so I cannot say for that. First thing, you look inside the engine, and there you see really nice color on the cam. It's like white silver, like unused almost. That's really good. Well, 30,000 miles, I mean, it's just low mileage, so that's what you want to see. I mean, you would expect to see that. So that is that. Number two, engine harness. And engine harness, I do not want to go super deep on it, but it is a replacement harness, brand new. All right, so just to show you that you don't have to go far. First, you see a sticker right here, so that's a replacement harness, and it's been done in, let's see, come on, I can't see what it was done. In any event, wires are perfect. Let's just look at one of them right here. It's like all nice and colorful, and also these wires. Nonetheless, it is a replacement one, and I don't want to disturb this cover no more, because harness is new. All right, next, mass airflow sensors. That's an important job, and that job was done in Japan. These are new wires for mass airflows. All right, these are the old ones. They were just left there. You see how they're crumbling, but these are the new ones. So mass airflows, wires are done. You can see tape here, same on the other side. And what's good about this particular job, whoever did this, they did a really good job, because they ran them all the way down into the computer box, which is nice, because most of these rewires, they end here, and that's it. That's just no use, no good. This one is perfect. This is great. Next setup is the throttle bodies, and what we see inside throttle body looms is very unusual, because wires are brand new. These are replacement throttles. That is like thousands of dollars right there. So whoever had this car replaced throttle bodies with brand new throttles. I rebuilt these things, but these guys went next level. Brand new wires inside throttle bodies, both units. This is amazing. You rarely see this because they cost like what, $8,000 or so for 2 units. It's just so extremely expensive and nobody does them. I mean, I rebuild them for way less, but these are new, so this is amazing and that is great. And another thing I wanted to show, but it's very difficult for me to probably get to that harness, is the lower harness. I have to show you that somehow, but I'll try with the flashlight. Let me just get my flashlight and we'll look into that lower harness. I'm going to try to show the lower harness, but it's probably not going to be very easy, but because with this particular camera I'm using, I cannot zoom. But I looked under already. You see, I'm putting my, I mean, I know it's replaced, it's just no question about it. You see, if I look down here, see, this is where my the screwdriver is pointing. That's the oil pressure switch, oil pressure sensor rather. And then you see that that wire is perfectly nice, like right down in there, it's green. All right, so that tells you that lower harness was replaced. I just wanted to document it because I already know it's good, but just to show that you can just look it up yourself. You can see that that harness was done. And also, if you think about it, whoever changed both throttle bodies for that much money, engine harness, mass airflows, obviously they're not going to cheap out and not going to replace the lower harness. So it's just like, logically speaking, not possible. So that is that. I'm not here about suspension and whatever's underneath the vehicle. I'm here for the engine, accessories, overall drivability, and it's perfect. I don't see no oil leaks, I don't see no transmission leak, I didn't see none of that. So that is where we are. In terms of the engine, I don't have any issues. We are going to check up the computer readings, obviously, just to see. And also these covers I do have, of course, they're in the trunk, so we're gonna put them back on. Wiper blade works fine, transmission in the wiper blade is okay, and everything else I don't have a problem with. AC is mad cold, very cold, both. This is dual AC car, so both air conditioners are perfect, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. Now the next segment probably will be of the engine running. I'm going to connect my computer. We're going to take a look at how engine runs, readings from computers, both modules and whatnot, and we'll take it from there. I'm going to start the engine now, see how it runs, and we'll check up the readings. Start it up. Engine is running. Starts right up always. Air pump is quiet, no noises from any pulleys, quiet, very nice. Engine runs really good. You barely feel it. This is, like I said, this is in a camp of one of these like really like almost excellent ideal cars. If you drive one of these, this one particularly, you will know how it's supposed to be. I've driven so many of these V12s, and this is like one of the ettalon. This is how it's exactly supposed to be. So now, as you can hear the fans kick in, that's also great because then it tells you that pressures and everything come up. That's excellent. My biggest thing is the oxygen sensors, obviously. So that's LH2. Right now it's cold start, 65, very low temperature. So the fans are in, and you know, whatever. But I mean, you can already feel it. Like it's fine. It's just like nothing wrong with it. 61 on one bank, 61 on the other bank. It's like, seriously, these things are so close to each other. But like I said, you know, you gotta feel it. Like I drove this car up the block. I was like, okay, this car is like fine. We're going to wait for the temperature to rise, and we'll get to see readings again when it's fully operational temperature. Now inside the car, I've done a few things to it, but other than that, it's great condition. Now, in this car, Partronics do work. All of Partronics work perfectly fine. I did both rear window regulators. I'm not gonna show you the operation because the car is still drying up, but yes, they're brand new. It does have black roof, which is rare. You don't see black one. Usually black interior, but the whole headliner is gray. This is really like one color, which is really cool. Really like this. I've seen a couple of cars like that. Well, not couple, but few. With the actual color of the headliner to match the interior. I guess that's like a European kind of thing, or Japanese, or anything out of the US market, because you can see everything is in one color. Well, obviously lights work, but I just shut them down. All of these Japanese writings, I mean, obviously the car came from Japan, so it is what it is. The whole speedometer and the odometer, these are in kilometers. This is kilometers, km. So 50,000 translates to 30,000 miles roughly. So that's fine. Every single button on this car works. Every single thing, everything. I mean, I don't even know what to say. What did I do? I did the headlight switch, right? Because it was like kind of iffy. Well, it's a wear and tear item. The light angle switch works fine. All right. So when you put the headlights on, the switch itself, it actually, you know, you can change the angle of the headlights. That works fine. Parking brakes, adjustments, everything, all of that works. Windows work. So I did change that. I changed both window regulators. I did replace door lock actuator inside this door, right? So panel went back on, nice, everything is good. The key was all messed up, so I put a new shell. So the key has new shell and it works. The key fob works fine. Like I said, Partronics work. Climate control, this is the navigation situation here. This is Japanese kind of thing. And we have, you know, right now we have this screen. If I hit AC, so I do have my controls. Let me see if I can just make this video so there is no backlight. So if I hit AC, I got my controls. So obviously I can change my temperature right here. I can push this button and I can change the direction of air. I can hit automatic, and that's gonna go to auto. What's good about this one particular one is that because we still have there's so much reflection, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. What's good about this one is, like with the air conditioner, we have all of the controls that we need. I can go with higher fan, I can go lower fan, but basically just keep it on automatic, and that's gonna just do fine. Temperature, okay, well, temperature, I can change the temperature. If you really want to cold, like, okay, we'll go 20, you know, you can go to the lowest settings. But if I go to the lowest settings, then the fan kicks into the high. So I mean, you know, AC over here works perfectly fine, so I just like keep it at like 21, and that's good for me. All right. Radio navigation is different, and I'm not about to do anything with this particular setup, but what I did do is I did add Bluetooth, and I put Bluetooth inside here. This is the cassette. This is where you put your cassettes. in this particular market vehicle. Right there, that's where the cassette goes. So for this particular situation, I just have this cassette and I put in Bluetooth into the cassette module, just because you don't care for the, I mean, nowadays, 21st century, so you know, we don't care for cassettes pretty much. So I just, like, you know, you slide this dummy in there, let it just sit there, the tape deck comes on, and it's a Bluetooth. I'm gonna show the Bluetooth operation in separate segment, but that's all basically what you need. And then you hit AC, and then you have your climate control, and that's all basically what you care for. You have your cell phone somewhere sitting over here in the vent or up there, whatever, what have you, because you got some auxiliary inputs over here. I mean, you can use them fine, but I would rather have Bluetooth, and you put on the tape. Once the tape comes on, Bluetooth automatically connects. I mean, yes, obviously you can just plug in your auxiliary things and Bluetooth adapter here, but I figured I'll just do it with the tape because it's just like always there, you know. That's that. I did secure the mirror a little bit because the mirror was slightly loose, so now the mirror is good, very nice and tight. It does operate. Everything is fine there. That is great. And that's about all with the interior. The rear climate control works perfectly fine. So it's 90 degrees outside, so I want some cold air. It works perfectly fine. This side has the switch to move front wheel, front seat rather, I'm sorry. You see there's a switch here, you push this button, you move the seat like a limo, so you can actually have more comfort over down here. So that is that. Push it back, obviously it does not work. Like I said, all the buttons, everything works. That's nice. This side does not have it because you don't want to push the driver against the steering wheel. So it is what it is. See, these lights, they also work. That's that. Door locks work and everything like that. Now here there is ski pass, and also, as you can see, straight into the trunk. Now this one can have refrigerator as an option. If you want to, you can have it, I guess. It is what it is. The first aid kit is there. I'm not gonna mess with that. Headrests do work. If I hit the button, headrest goes down, it goes back up. Electric headrests, that's excellent. Same on this side, down, up. They work perfect. All right, now what else do we have? Do we have a shade on this car? Let's take a look. Yeah, there's a shade, but I don't want to. Well, okay, fine. Let me just push the button on the shade, see what happens. Never tried the shade actually. Yeah, push the button. The shade comes up. That also works. That's great. Push the button down. Oh yeah, the shade works fine. Look at that. You actually never see these work, to be honest with you. The gears are fine inside. This is nice. I mean, you know, you don't really see these kind of things. I mean, everything's usually messed up to a point that nothing works. Okay. Trunk handle, soft close and everything works fine. I did have to work on actually the lock over here just to make soft close to work properly, and that's that. CD changer works perfectly fine. Navigation, CDs, they're in there, CDs or DVDs, but obviously that's only for Japan, so we can't really use them. Those are the covers, right? These are old regulators. That's the old switch, and we bought these things, but we didn't need them because they were already done, which is amazing, because you don't really see many of these done. Let's take a look further in there under the covering. The tool, the spare tire, the wrench is there, the jack's here. Jack, I don't think it was, maybe once, maybe it's been used once. Here we have battery, which is Japanese battery, and yeah, it looks pretty nice to me. Never even looked into it, to be honest with you, because I never had a need. It worked just fine. Just put these things back in there, just like that. 1, 2, and then we can drop this back. That's how it goes. Soft close is fine. Now this is, even though it's a 95 vehicle, and you can see that's a 95 because the mirrors, they're older mirrors, but it does not have backup aids. It does not have third brake light. That's just the way they came. I mean, it is what it is. It's a unique car. I mean, it's a rare car. You don't, I mean, you know, I work with the US versions, and it's just the way it is. The VIN number is under the carpet over there, and they had the cutout just so you can see the VIN number. That's also kind of unusual, but that's just the way of these things are. All doors, soft close, works fine. Doors are effortless to open and close. Timing is perfect. It's really, really nice. I mean, I don't know, I like this car a lot. I mean, this is just like, if you want a nice example, this is what you get. This is to find a better one, well, it's possible probably, but the mileage has to be as low as this one. And finding the car with this low miles, I don't know. This is nice. Very nice. Lumbars, I'm not trying. I don't want to try them because these things, we're talking about age. You don't really want to mess with those. Engagement. Put in drive. Engine mounts very, very, very much alive. Shifter bushings are good. You barely, I mean, you barely feel engaged. Like I said, if I mean, this is one of these like really, really, really nice condition vehicles. That's just what I have to say. Sunroof. Push that thing backwards. I don't like to have sunroof to push it. It works. I don't want to move sunroof too much because again, this has just been washed. You got visors. I actually have to push that pin back in there a little bit, just a smudge. This one, no, nothing to do. Maybe I'll center them, but it's just like I said, this is just extremely minor situation, and it's just like absolutely nothing major at all. I just don't want them to be lost. Those little pins, yeah, I can fix them, but you know, I don't know why to fix them if you have original ones still there. And I think that would be all. We've been making this video for a while, and readings change here and there. 89 degrees, it's not overheating or anything like that. 46 on this one, 52. As you can see, the readings, it's I mean, I don't see many of V12s to be as balanced as these, as this one particular one, because it's very, very balanced. So very nice, very, very nice. So yeah, well, plus minus obviously, but very close from one bank to another. So this is basically going to be all. What I'm gonna do next is that I'm going to put covers back on. I'm gonna wrap it all up, and off it goes. Car is ready to go. It's a beautiful car, and I really like it. I mean, you know, it's just, I've seen a lot. Like I said, I do like this one. This one is a really, really nice example. Really nice example. period correct. Everything works, and it's very rare that you see everything works. And this is Japanese, and the navigation screen is pretty cool. The Bluetooth I put in just because you have auxiliary if you want to use auxiliary, what have you, it's up to you. But yeah, I forgot to add one more thing. Rear accumulators, I also replaced those, okay, because the car was very stiff. There are no ADS codes, so ADS works, suspension goes up and down, but the accumulators were blown. That's just like a wear and tear item. Obviously you replace those. Just want to drop it in there along with the rest of the video. So this is basically all for me. Here, hello, right there, that's right here, that's me. So we're good to go. All right, so this is it. Victor here, RestoreMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.